Hello guys, today talk about 8-Bit Christmas. This is a very, very hyped movie. It's an HBO Max exclusive, and it's about, of course, video games. It is very much hyped up in the video game movie, because it's another movie about video games, of course. And there wasn't a lot of, movies based off video games is a more recent occurrence. Video games is be viewed as a joke medium. Mainstream media will say, "Oh, video games cause violence and stuff," but it seems that the Hollywood has finally started to appreciate video games. Movies like Ready Player One being created, the Jumanji series basically being revived, being revolving around video games instead of board games, and of course we had the movie Free Guy, which was about a character in a video game. And of course, let's not forget about the slew of actual good video game movie releases, not Warcraft, movies like Sonic the Hedgehog coming out, Detective Pikachu, movies that are basically reminiscent, are basically trying to bring these characters to the big screen and doing it pretty successfully. Especially Pokemon Detective Pikachu, to bringing Pokemon into a realistic setting, but still keeping true to the Pokemon's, art style, which is pretty good. And Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, even getting a sequel, and there were some lesser video game releases that I thought were pretty good, like the Rampage movie, which most people probably don't even know was based off a video game, and of course the Angry Birds movie, which put a new take on the Angry Birds series, which yes, I think they did anthropomorphize the birds a bit too much, but again, the birds don't have hands and feet, which never made sense to begin with in the game. So, yeah, the video game based movies, I actually believe have a bright future. Yes, you have your movie like you have your Monster Hunters every now and then, but I also forgot the movie. But you have movies like this that really give us hope about video game movies, like the Mortal Kombat movie that just recently released as well. And there's also a new Resident Evil movie coming out that's actually going to be more based off the games, not just some made up crap that no one asked for. But yeah, the future of video game movies and just movies based around video games altogether are becoming more and more the mainstream. And this is another one of these types of movies, 8-Bit Christmas. So we'll come on Blu-ray. We're considering, we're now currently in the streaming era, which is starting to die off, thankfully. We might finally see some of these streaming-only releases come out on Blu-ray, which has already happened. Okay, which is already happening with a movie like, of course, Mitchell's vs. the Machines. So streaming services' grasp over movies is lessening and weakening as streaming services continue to die off, as the pandemic is, basically over, or basically in the, sideline, because of the vaccines that made the pandemic less of an issue, so our society can go back to normal. Well, basically. And, yeah, this movie will probably do pretty well on HBO Max. It's another streaming exclusive movie. So most likely will not come on Blu-ray. But considering that Mitchell's vs. the Machines comes on Blu-ray, I could definitely see it coming on Blu-ray by the time of next Christmas for collectors. Because video games collecting has always been a big part of gaming already. But this is streaming services we're talking about. Yes, we have our Glimmers of Hope X next that is just coming to Blu-ray, and the most recent one, the Mitchell's vs. Machines. But compared to the copious amounts of movies and TV shows that say that we're still and will probably will remain streaming only, especially Disney Plus, with them refusing to release Marvel shows on, of course, Blu-ray and DVD, it is very unlikely that we will likely see a lot of these movies come on Blu-ray. So that's basically about this video. Goodbye.